1 second. Hi everyone. Oh my god. My hair. I spent the entire morning cleaning, so it is about to be noon. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:56 a.m.
It's about to be noon. I literally cleaned this house, broomed it, put everything in trash cans, replaced the trash, washed the dishes, put the dishes away, dried them, reorganized some things, dumped some things, cleaned things out. I've just been very busy this morning. I have not had much leisurely time, but I'm glad. I woke up so early this morning. And today I have a very big topic that I'm very excited to talk about because it is something that I've spoken about online before. Okay, first we need to get rid of this. I do not look my best this morning. And I have my matcha. It actually tastes so good today. I feel like every day it's different. Like I'm just trying to perfect my own recipe. I think it's because I put a good amount of honey today. I just don't have creamer. Like I have to make my own. I don't have creamer. And I put too much water. That's my issue. I put too much water. Not enough. And the ice cubes melt in the hot water. So therefore I'm adding even more water. It's not a good combo. Not a good combo. So I just need to remember to add less water. And it'll probably taste way better tomorrow when I do it again. Tomorrow I'll have a dentist appointment. And a meeting. I have so much going on. Okay, so something that I've spoken about online. I'm sorry, I have to fix this. That I haven't talked about much on YouTube yet. I don't know if I have. Is driving anxiety. And I had a little bit of a anxiety issue this morning. I was not driving, but this happens when this has happened quite a few times. When I have a plan in my head that, oh, I'm going a certain place and the driving situation is handled. In my head, what is expected to happen is already planned. Let me explain. Like, if I expect that I'm going to be driving, then I've already, like, pre-planned it. I've already come to that realization. In my head, I've already come to accept it, and I've already mentally prepared myself. Mentally preparing yourself is not a little thing. It's something that takes work. And it doesn't necessarily take time. It just takes effort, and it's just something that I have to map out, and it's something that I have to plan, and it's something that like genuinely like is a requirement, and it needs to be mapped in for sure. But sometimes I will just straight up offer myself to drive, and there are conditions that come with that. But in this case, we're talking about pre-planning and all that. Anyway, when I already have an image of my head of how that driving situation is going to go, and it changes, it does freak me out a bit. And I do go into this kind of like fright mode, where I just panic and I don't really know what to do, because then I am expected to drive, and everyone else kind of thinks of it as kind of like not a big deal because it's just driving, and in Florida everyone drives. But to me, it is something that I hadn't planned for, and it's something that requires it's something that throws me off, and it's not something that I can just get over within a couple of hours or minutes or whatever time frame you gave me. It really just depends on the situation each time. But on today's particular situation, I was going on a 45-minute drive with my cousin. We were really excited to go to this store that's not near us. It's 45 minutes away, and we're excited to go there because we've been talking about it for a while, and they have really cool things there, and it's a grocery store. It's Trader Joe's. Anyway, it's nowhere near us, and we were excited to go together, and she's never been, and I was excited to show her. And turns out she asked if it would be better that I meet her there, because she has something to do in that particular city afterwards. And that was all. Like, I was excited to get a text from her, and when I read it and I saw that, I don't want to say exploded, because I didn't, but the tears ran down my face. It was like, I didn't even have time to think. It was just something automatic, and I couldn't believe that I had reacted that way. I didn't say anything. I didn't freak out. I just cried, and it was just so, I'm like, why am I having this reaction? And I was internally like, are you seriously not gonna drive? Like, it's something you want. It's something you want to do. And it's the fact that that is crippling me that really messes with me, because I don't want to be crippled. I live in a town where driving is basically a necessity. Not basically, it is a necessity. And I live in a country where driving is almost a necessity. And if you don't drive, you can't expect someone to take you everywhere all the time. And that's something that I struggle with. And to have that reaction of me instantly crying, that's something I would talk to my therapist about. However, I don't have insurance at the moment, and I need insurance so I can get a therapist and talk to them, because that's something I would love to talk to them about. Which reminds me, around February, or around this time last year, is when I had my first intense depressive episode ever in my life, and that's when I reached out to a therapist for the first time, and that was life-changing. So it's a good thing to keep in mind, because it's been a year since then, and I feel like I've changed a lot since then, and I'm glad I went through it. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to put on concealer today, but here we go. I think that driving, I'm going to describe driving in my own terms. Driving to me is one of those things where so many people have no issue with it. It's kind of expected, kind of like being able to, I don't know, talk to the opposite sex. Like, I don't know, like, there are things that everyone expects you to do and do well. Like, read. Like, I don't know, like, if you're not good at something that the majority of the population has pretty much has a decent handle on, and it brings you so much distress, it can be a real, like, setback in life. It really can. And it's, I really do believe in, like, mind over matter in a lot of things. Not in everything, but, like, in a lot of things. And I feel like I talk to myself and I'm like, you can really, like, just overcome this. But then I'm like, but the idea, driving is a very real thing. And my anxiety is not based in like, delusion. My anxiety is based in the fact that driving is one of the scariest and most dangerous things we do as people, and it's something that, like, we do not have full control over, because all I can control is my own body, and sometimes even that can fail us, and sometimes the car can fail us, and the people on the road that we're supposed to trust are, like, can fail us, and the traffic, like, so many things can fail us. But that's true of a lot of things in life. That's true of so many things in life. Like, when I bring those things up, people are like, well, what happens when you get on a plane? Like, you have to trust the pilot, you have to trust this and that. I'm like, yes, but, like, that's all. Like, it's not up to me. I'm not piloting myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I have my own plane that I'm driving, that I'm piloting. I'm giving the reins over to someone else. And that's why I prefer that other people drive. Like, I would much rather have someone else drive my car. Like, yes, like, I feel like people get it, but they really, really don't. Like, even when my friends and family understand my struggle with anxiety, they do dismiss it every now and again. They're just like, they do have an aura of, just get over it. The rest of us, it can be inconvenient for them. And when it becomes inconvenient for them, they do get a little frustrated. And I understand that. I understand that it can be inconvenient for them and it can be frustrating. And it's frustrating for me too. Like, it's so frustrating and I hate it. But it comes and goes, and it's just something that I am dealing with since I was a teenager. Like, I didn't get my license until I was 19. I didn't get my permit until I was 17. And like, I literally got my permit and told every single person who knew that I had my permit that, oh, I have my license, but I only drive in emergencies. Like, that was the type of driver I was. I had no interest in driving. I just was not that person. And it sucks because if nobody else wants to drive, and I'm such a people pleaser, like, I would much rather take the reins and have everyone else relax, but like, that's not an area that I would want to that's not an area for me. That's the one place where I truly just am selfish. I want to be selfish in that area, and I will continue to be. Handle. I feel like I don't know. I always told myself I would get a self-driving car. I always told myself I'd move to a city with really good public transportation. I don't know. So when I travel the world, I just kind of feel like I'm trying to conquer my fear with my driving. I don't know. I mean, this is completely irrelevant. It's not irrelevant at all actually. But I've had my driving anxiety forever since I've figured out that at one point I'm gonna have to drive. Probably at 10 years old, I've started having driving anxiety. But my parents were in a terrible car accident when I was 21 or 20 years old. I don't even remember how old I was. Maybe I was 20. I was like a freshman or a sophomore in college, probably a sophomore in college, and they were in DR, and it was terrible. But that had nothing to do, that didn't really do anything for my driving anxiety, because my parents survived, and they were amazing. And my cousin was also in a terrible car accident. She also survived. And no matter how many people around me, and my sister was in a car accident. Hers was a little less dramatic, but everyone else was pretty like life-changing. But like, no matter how many people around me this happens to, because I've never had like any like accidents, but no matter how many people this happens to, I just kind of think to myself, like, I don't think I'm so much scared of accidents as I'm scared of like myself. This is getting so deep and so like, this is so weird. If anyone out there relates, please let me know. But like, I'm gonna cry. I hate this fear. And at the same time, I don't, because I'm like, it's such a valid thing to be scared of. It's such a valid thing to not love. And from now on, if anyone ever gives me grief, I'm just gonna be like, how many people like are not here with us because of cars? Like, it's such a valid thing to not love. Driving, I'm trying to romanticize it the most that I can. And I romanticize every aspect of my life. Cleaning, things that the people usually don't find fun, like doing errands and stuff. Like, I enjoy those things because I romanticize them. Like going to the airport, people somehow don't like that. I romanticize them, and I enjoy it with music and with snacks and with different things like that. I do the same with driving. Like, I make my car a happy place. I fill it with things that I love. I make it smell good. I clean it. I fill it with decorative items, and it has vines all over it, and it's filled with my favorite music and items and decorative pillows. And it's like, it's just a comforting place. At the same time, it's my biggest worry in my life. Not in my life, but like, it's a big worry for me. I truly feel like it comes from not trusting myself. There are really great drivers around me. My dad's fantastic. He used to be a limo driver in New York, so already like that's a great one. My sister follows in his footsteps. She's a fantastic driver. My brother too. Both my brothers. But yeah, I'm just not. I didn't get that gene. This whole time I've been wanting to cry, and I'm so happy that I didn't. But I think I should. I think it'll make me feel better. If anyone feels like this, just know that you are not alone. I am in my mid-20s and I'm struggling with this. Maybe one day I'll live somewhere where I truly don't ever have to worry about a car ever again. And I'm a very fortunate person to own the car that I drive and call it mine and have a good connection with it despite all the things that a good like connection with driving despite all the things that have happened. Like, I'm not afraid to get behind the wheel necessarily. I'm anxious. I'm anxious. Okay. That was deep. Good job, Joe. Can't afford therapy, but she has YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Te amo. I should definitely do a video. You guys should definitely comment things that I should talk about. But I should definitely do a video where I talk about, like, I don't know. What was I just talking about? Like, I don't know. There was something I wanted to talk about. But anyway, just let me know if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about. I will gladly talk about it. Okay. Te amo. Bye.